Sometimes the puppies want to go outside, but I'm a little afraid to let them out the door because there's a chicken convention apparently happening on the doorstep. So let's see how this goes, Ted. Sorry, ladies. Just trying to get outside. No, you may not come in. Maybe we'll try the other door, pups. Guys, what are you doing out here? You just... Okay. Bye then. Hey everybody, it's Jessie from Condo to Cottage. So I have taken a few days off from doing videos because the weather has just been absolutely awful. I don't know how it's been. Actually, I do know that the majority of the country has had some weird weather, like tornadoes, and I know here in my home state of New Jersey, some beaches had like major damage from, it's just been so windy. I apologize if you hear the wind in this video today. I'm going to try and muffle it a little bit, clean up the audio, but the weather has just been pretty rough. So I did want to do a little bit of an update on how our plants are doing. So if you have started your seeds indoors and you are wondering, you know, when to put them out, you have to wait. I hate to say that because I cannot wait to get my plants outside. I had started the process of hardening them off and bringing them outside. Hardening off just means you bring them out for a few hours. You know, start off with an hour, then 2 hours, then 3 hours in the sun, in the wind, in the temperatures. For me, the sun isn't necessarily as big of a deal because we're growing ours in our sunroom, and so they're getting direct sun. In fact, they're actually getting more intense sun most likely because of the glass magnifying that light. But if not, and if you don't do this hardening off, and you bring your seedlings out from, you know, if you use any kind of light inside and you just bring them right out and plant them, they can shock. They can actually sunburn. And you'll see it. It's like white spots on the leaves. I did have some of my plants up towards the top of my shelf are getting a little bit of spots. So that can happen. So you want to harden them off. And what we're doing is we're just bringing them out, putting them out on their trays, like on those Tupperware lids that I used for a few hours, and then putting them back in. We've only done that like twice, and then the temperature started getting a lot colder. So I was like, yeah, we'll wait. There's no harm in waiting. But the garden itself, that with the plants that we did plant that are frost hardy, they are looking really good. We have another frost warning for tonight. Today is April 22nd. It's Earth Day, so happy Earth Day. So we have, you know, another freeze warning for tonight. So it's not going to be, nothing's going to be planted this week, unfortunately. Like I said, I can't wait to get them in the ground. But I did want to show you what we do have in the ground and how it's doing. So we have some really good looking stuff here. We've got lettuce. This is a lettuce mix, and so is this one here. And then this is a row of radishes, which I thinned out to be only, most of them are 2 to 3 in a bunch. I should really just get them to be 2, but I'm still new to the thinning out process and I didn't want to over thin them. But that's like a rookie mistake, so I guess I should get in there and do it. I have some other radishes that are coming up finally. Sorry if you hear that wind. Sorry, between the dogs barking. What is this? It's like a chicken dog standoff. Oh my God. Lulu is like the mom dog. She tells Ted, hey, knock it off, you're being stupid. Obviously one day we would love to have like a fully fenced in garden, but it's just not within our budget right now. We have the chickens and we like to free range them. So chickens will destroy your garden in a matter of half an hour if you let them. What we did this year is we got this, you can barely see it, but we're holding this net up with, so it's just like a thin plasticky mesh, and we're holding it up with some tomato stakes. And this is it's not fully zip tied. I'm gonna be able to take this off, and then theoretically the plan is that I'm going to be able to lift this up and then kind of walk this down and plant it, or just kind of put it in there, and then I have open range to get into this side of the garden. So that's the plan. It took us a while to set these up, but we'll see how they do. It is our first time trying this system, so we just kind of made it up on the fly here. So the girls are out right now. That's been another situation. They are out because I'm monitoring them. Let me tell you about what happened last week. So we had this situation last week that was like one of the craziest things I've ever experienced. So our chicken yard here is like the whole back side of our yard is all fenced and netted, and it's a tall fence because chickens can hop. A lot of people don't realize how high they can hop. The main coop's back there, and then we have the baby coop, and then this whole thing is for the chickens to use. Well, this door was open because I've been letting them free range. When they free range, their eggs taste better, which we wouldn't even know at this point, but because we don't eat eggs right now, but the eggs taste better. The chickens are healthier when they free range. So even though they have a lot of property back there, and then it goes behind the house too, that's protected and netted, there's a bird net over it. So like, let me show you what I mean. So the whole thing has this thin net over it. This entire back half of the yard has net. You can't really see it, but so the whole thing is netted, so they stay in there, but I like to let them out. And the other day we had this door wide open. We were inside doing some work, and my husband goes running over to the window, and he's like, "Oh my God." I'm like, "What's wrong?" He's like, "Hawk, hawk." So he goes running outside. A hawk. There's a red-tailed hawk, and she's circling all the time. She's, I think there's actually two of them. I'm pretty sure that they have a nest in our, like the other side of our house. He or she, I don't know, it flew in through this gate. So it's like not even, it's probably 8 feet tall, not even, and 4 feet across, flew in through the gate, landed on a chick, so one of our babies. My husband came running out, grabbed a mallet. He said it was all happening so fast. He thought to himself, "What am I going to do with this mallet?" He was like, I thought about being Thor and like throwing the mallet at this hawk, which I then looked, but you think if you get too close to a hawk, it's going to tear you to pieces, and then you're going to have to go to the hospital, and then you're going to get coronavirus. So he was like, So I come running, I look at the window, and I see the hawk flying around inside the netted area, and then it attached itself to like the net on the top and was like stuck there. Its claws were literally like this long. Its arm, or its leg, was the length of my forearm. It was insane. I was like, "Oh my God." So this hawk was just circling around inside this netted area, and then it finally flew out the door. And then that hawk had the audacity to sit right in this tree. It just sat there and perched and watched. And I'd say every single day since then, it has been circling. I think I actually have video of that. And as I'm speaking, I don't know if we can see this bird right there. Oh, there's two of them. Well, only one of them is a hawk. One of them is a red-tailed hawk. And I hope she's not eyeing up my little dog right now. So the girls all scattered. I mean, they ran in every direction. Our neighbors have a big like juniper patch in their middle of their driveway, and there were several in there. It's like a fortress in there, so we had a tough time getting them out. Several were in like this middle part here, which is like evergreens, and then a few of them, I mean, it took me a good 40 minutes to get all the chickens back. Now we're not so worried about the big girls because the hawk should know, like theoretically, if those big girls are too big for that hawk. However, if the hawk did land on one of them, even if she couldn't pick it up, she could like really damage them with her talons. So we got all the chicks back, and just one was missing. And the poor thing, we found her hiding in a window well of our crawl space, like underneath something. She was just hiding there for hours. So now the poor chickens have like PTSD from this hawk experience. Let's be real, I have PTSD from this hawk experience. We all do. It was crazy. And they are out stalking, like I see them multiple times a day, just circling overhead. So today we had to leave the girls in. I mean, they do have a lot of property there to roam. There's 10 adults back there, and it's a lot of square foot. So they're square footage, they're fine. But the chicken mom and me, I love when they free range. They eat the bugs, they're healthier, they're happier, like you can just tell. Maybe you can't, but I can. So I went to Tractor Supply today with my mask on, and I did get some extra bird netting. I have no idea what I'm gonna do with it. Half of me wants to literally just net off the entire yard. I know that's unrealistic, but I'm gonna do something because I love my chickens, and I hate that they're cooped up in there. Look at them. Aw, poor baby chicks. I've had to keep them in the netted area, except for these random little times that I get to come outside in the cold, windy weather, so that I can kind of babysit and make sure that they stay safe. And then to get them back into the netted area, I shake some bird seed in a little jar, and they come running over because chickens love some bird seed. Right, girl? Right, girl? Do you love some bird seed? Right, Ducky? You really love the bird seed. Let's go see how the babies are doing. Hey, girls. Hey, Jim. There's the babies. The babies aren't so babies anymore. Getting big. Getting pretty big. That one's kind of the slow one, but she's actually following Jimmy around, so that's good. Right, girls? All right, it's getting cold out here. I'm gonna go back inside and stay warm. So that's basically the update of everything here on our in our little cottage area. So if you have not liked or subscribed the video, hit the little like button, and then you hit the little subscribe button, and then it will tell you whenever I post updates or videos that that might interest you. All right, guys, have a great day, and we'll see you soon. Oh, these babies are getting so big. Hey, duck. What's up, big girl?